back on the rip here today. Cloudy, a little bit grumpy. Get a little volatile weather here in the springtime, which can happen, but that's what's going down. Rainstorms, kind of hopefully they'll burn off throughout the day. If not, we'll need to put sunscreen on. I was away for about a week or something like that. Headed down to Samoa. I had some time off here. Had to bang out one more trip down there and take care of a couple business with the surf resort there. And I won't. We're gonna get so busy now. I won't be able to get back down there until, you know, well after the summertime. So went down there, got some just amazing barrels.
So beautiful out here right now. Just me, Junior, Brandon, getting spit out of tubes. It's the backdrop. Very grateful.
If there's any, you know, surfers out there that are looking for somewhere cool to go check it out. Solani Surf Resort. My place, we basically set it up to make it comfortable and absolute paradise and surf crowded ways. But check it out. Anyways, yeah, I went down there, had a really good time. I did not do any fishing. There really is no fishing operations out of there anymore. And that is something I was thinking I should bring to point, is that, man, every day I'm surfing, I'm just seeing these piles of aku out there, and I'm just thinking about how much bait was there and all the big fish I saw, and I just started getting this feeling that I need to fish there again at some point in my life, that the really, really, truly big ones are out there. So, you know, one of these days I think I'll, you know, maybe I'll find the right person that wants to put a boat down there for a little bit, hit it hard, and try and catch an absolute, like, you know, Polynesian, like real South Pacific, you know, giant down there. They're there, and there's no pressure on them. There's so much bait. It's insane. So anyone out there hears this message and wants to explore it and put a bit of time in there and try and catch an absolute monster, let me know. I know all the ins and outs. I'll get it fired up. We'll get going. Anyways, and their season is the opposite to here. So our season, summertime through here, is the off season there. Their season's wintertime. October, November, December, Jan, Feb. Those are the months. I caught my grander in November. That's when the big fish are around. Lots of tunas and stuff, lots of bait. But anyways, I'm in Kona. We're trying to do it here. We're trying to catch a giant one here in the springtime. That's what springtime is known for in Kona. Be super hit and miss for sure. You know, a lot of people love it here in the spring. It's a love-hate thing for me. It can be deathly slow, other than the spearfish bite, but it can be deathly slow. But then you find a big one, and it's kind of worth it. From what I hear, the fishing's been atrocious. I haven't heard anything good, which is not what you want to hear when you return and start fishing again. But it makes no difference. Every day can be different out here, and you know, maybe they're going to start biting today. We're going to start off the day fishing Kaiwi Point. Got a good current for some of the spots I really like to fish up in here. You know, there is no reports of somewhere that's biting and not biting. It's just not biting. So we're gonna find a big one up in here, hopefully doing her thing and get her. Oh, that was a wave. Hit my rigger. When it's bumpy like this, it makes a little jingle in my taglines. I thought we got. Anyways, we're ready. As you can see, we're ready. So stand by. I'll keep you posted throughout the day as our plans change. We'll probably fish this area through the tide change unless I see something I like or don't like. And then we may mosey on down south and see what we got going on down there. But for now, let's start up here. Hit my little honey hole spots I got here that I really have been dialing in on the last few years. And kind of figuring out this spot. And it's funny, it's so close to the harbor, you would think like we would all fish here all the time because it's really good, but what happens a lot is that fear of missing out. I mean, it's right here. You leave the harbor and you're right in this area. So there's always that desire to like, oh, we should head way south, or we should head way north, or we should go here, the fish are there, whatever. But I'm telling you, like, there are a lot of big fish that come up in the pocket here. You know, the World Cup was one here one year. You know, I probably caught, you know, well over 60% of my big ones up in this area, real close to town, right off the cruise ship sometimes, right in here, right off. I got little high spots that I've just been marking. I've been fishing it hard. Last couple of years are really kind of marking areas I like, and we've done good here. We've got a couple little honey holes we like, but let's see if we can do good here this morning. If not, we'll find somewhere else. So stand by, hold on. Hopefully some action coming soon. All right. All right, finally.
Yeah, if you get reel now, you can. Real.
Probably a spear, huh? I think it's a spearfish.
Maybe. It's kind of a decent bite, but. Yeah, it's kind of like a good bite.
Been pounding that area pretty much all day. Finally, we got a bite. See if we can get.
All right, stop reeling reel. The spear? Oh no. No, it's spear, never mind. There she is, guys. You can get out of the chair. You can get him out of the chair and come look at it. Yeah. Get in there. Get in here, Rio.
Okay.
Look at that. Pretty, huh? Uh-huh. She's really pretty. I got it. You can touch it if you want. Yeah. Look how slimy she is. I got some pictures and stuff. Build a grab one too. Yeah. All right.
All right, you guys.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, take care. Wow. All right, pickle boy. What up, man? Good job, man.
All right, well, we're gonna head in here. Very uneventful day for us today. Got that spearfish, but what is important is that we started to see a lot of bait starting to come up in the area that I wanted to fish, and I pounded this area pretty hard all day today because I just kept arcing patches of bait and just kept kind of looking better and better throughout the day. I heard down south the current was kind of dying off, so now, you know, we're last couple hours here, we started getting small akus and oys and things right up on the surface here feeding, and it's looking good. So I thought tomorrow I'm gonna come out here and we're gonna bang the big one right out front. So stand by and let's see if this goes as planned. All right. but hopefully that's gonna bring us some luck. Heading around the corner, another kind of grumpy, stormy looking day, kind of springtime weather for us here. Yeah, we're out here. We're looking around. So last time we were out, I remember all we did was we just found that spear, but you know, I kept feeling like there was going to be one in that area. Pounded that area for a while. We worked it hard. Anyways, we headed in. I got a call from my buddy. He knew I was kind of fishing there all day. He'd fished down south, pounded that area all day, and then was just trolling home. And on his way home, I think he was just trolling the 600 or 700. Right in front of basically where we had just been working. He catches like a 600 pounder right there. So we're gonna start our day kind of in the same area, look around, see what's going on. From just what I've noticed right away, the current's picked up quite a bit. It's smoking. So if I don't see what I want to see in here, I'm gonna head out. I think it's just a little bit too strong for what I like to fish in here. So we'll see. But interesting, thing about the fish, and I think people are discovering this more now, obviously with the Omnis, is, they're marking fish and they're driving over the top of them, and the fish don't even come into the spread, or they come in, you don't even see them, and they just kind of look at everything and then bail. But with the ability of that Omni sonar, now you're able to kind of stay on that fish for a long time and continually keep going over it. And it's interesting that, you can drive over that fish, 20 times, and on the 23rd time it comes up and eats, So, it makes you think that, you could be in the right areas, you could be fishing the right spots, and you don't have that Omni sonar, so you may not know. But you could be in the right spots, and you do a couple passes and go, I'm over it, I'm out of here, but that fish could be there, the one you're looking for. It's just not ready to feed. And it's a case where you'll be pounding a zone, and an event will occur, a tide change, a major, a minor, you got a moon overhead, underfoot, something will happen, or whatever, for any reason, whatever, that fish decides to now finally eat, and it eats. Another thing I've noticed too is we'll be fishing an area really hard for a while, we know there's a fish there, you're pounding, another boat will just come straight lining through and hook that fish. I don't know if that's a case that the fish has seen your stuff so much that it's just now become complacent to it, it's not interested, or maybe it's come up and kind of tried and just was over it, and now it's not really interested in you, and something else comes through, different sound, different spread, different signature in the ocean, different vibration, different electrical analysis, and the thing comes up and eats. Or we simply could just be overthinking the entire matter, and it's just sometimes they feed, sometimes they don't. But I tend to think there's a little bit more behind it than that. But anyhow, if that gives you any idea, you find a spot you like, and you feel like there's going to be a fish there, put your time in a little bit. I think that when you look at the guys that are really good, I've observed some of the legends here fishing, and how they'll fish a certain area, and you observe they won't just do one pass and simply leave. Sometimes they'll stick it out, they'll hit an area, they'll muddle on it, they feel like there's a fish there, because like I'm saying, sometimes they're there, they're just not ready, Or what'll happen is you'll fish that area, okay, nothing's happening, leave, go explore, and come back and be there for the event, whatever that event's going to be for the day. Those are kind of just some things to think about, and hopefully that helps. I'm hoping it helps us today, because we need a blue marlin bite. It has been treacherous out here, but we will see what today will bring us. I'll touch base with you guys in a little bit, because I do believe we're going to make a change in plans. I think we're gonna hit these spots a couple times, but I'm not liking how hard this current is ripping off the point. So I think we're gonna make a change in plans. I will touch base, keep you guys on the hopefully. So we just had one come up on our long corner, or our right short. Looked like a pretty decent fish. Came up, just kind of smacked it with its bill, put his face in it, pulled a little bit of drag, came off right away. Wasn't interested after that. Just pretty much hammered that, and then kind of lingered around and took off. Definitely a nicer sized fish, so that was good to see. But I was actually about to get on here and do a little update for our plan. You know, I was fishing, I came up around the point and that current was just so aggressive. It just wasn't, for the spots I like to fish there, it just wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So started wandering down, and I'm gonna try this other edge here. Might be a little bit better in on our first pass. I had that one come up and put his face up in it. She came off, but that's a good sign. And it was a nicer one too, so they're around, and just gotta pay our dues here. We gotta pay our dues, so standing by, and hopefully we find another one. All right. See you right there. Hold on, wait. There it is.
Those little things like that, that's what'll kill him. Let her go when she's doing that. Well, I say you done changed the angle 3 or 4 times. Doing what you can.
No, don't take any more line. They'll listen to you.
You're on the button, eh?
No, just below it. I can go to it if you want. She's rolling, just let her roll. Yeah. Good time, stretch it out. Yeah. Realize. Damn. Might be a nicer fish than we thought it was. Speaking real, yeah.
Seeing some tip action now.
Yeah. Wipe the hands. Think about a cheeseburger later, you know.
It's good on the back though.
It's not that seamount is really nice. I like it better than the bucket harnesses a lot of people use. And that is a bucket harness, but not the chain ones, I mean. Yeah. Stubborn.
Why is an Irish male?
I bet you she's a female.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a female. Not to go against the theory.
Totally disagree with you.
That
man.
fish is big enough. She's a female. She may have the temperament of an Irish male, but she's a female. For sure.
I'm outnumbered on this boat, I know. But I know
Well,
it's a male.
the males only grow to about 200 pounds. Okay.
Well, well, well. So that one came up, ate the short corner, teased it a bit, it left the short corner and ate the short rigger, the rick.
It came up on the short corner, dinged it, and she rolled back on the
And it was a pretty big bite. I haven't really seen the fish much, hasn't jumped and pulling crazy drag all over the place. Chased it around, down, down with it. See if we can get him. Get a decent hole.
like a steward right now, very deep. First-class steward. It's not pretty.
Our angler's doing good in the chair.
Regular steward.
Trying to get behind her. She's so squirrely.
She is.
Really tough fish. All right. See, we may gain here. I'm hoping.
Gotta be right there. Stay right there behind the chair, Miss Joey, in case she goes ballistic when I grab the leader. Just so I don't go over and nothing happens to you either. It's right there, doing great. It's closing now. It's
Angling a little bit.
Yep.
Coming now.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. All good, man. Swimming like this. There you go.
A little more turn.
Yep.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's pretty. Tell me what you need, because you can see the angle better than I can. I gotta be right here because I got about that to grab the lead.
You can see her?
When I grab the leader, she's caught. Even if I gotta let it go, you've caught her. So.
When you grab that leader, your back's to drag down.
Yeah, just back it down to that second piece of tape, the yellow.
Got it. The yellow?
Yeah. Second piece of tape is good, eh? Okay. See her too. Big shadow right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Your swordfish.
That's what the mate in Costa Rica hunter would say. Called like, yeah, I see her, yeah. It's like 18. All right. That leader.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite ready to quit.
I'm about to find out. Okay. Just reel that up to the tip. Just reel up a little bit. All right, stop. All right, you can reel up to the tip. Coming up right here, Mr. Joey. Beauty! First big one in a while, baby. I remember how to do it. Just wait.
Okay.
Doing good, Chris. Sit. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That's a big fish. Holy shit, that's the biggest one I've ever pulled on. Yes, sir. Yeah, oh my God. Let's go back up to the good job. Oh, you're fine, dude. That was a great fish, dude. Oh my God, that's the biggest one I've ever pulled on. Let's go, Chris. Oh my God, that was sick.
That's a caught fish by all remarks.
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Brand new rolling, swipe out the G-Shock. Moving slowly, I know the street hype. No more double, go ahead and detox. Yeah. Came from the trenches, they ain't showing us no love. Thugging in the city, all we wanted was a hug, yeah. We on the block like every night to catch a buzz. Get the cash and take my family out the hood, that's a must. Was a hood baby with no soldiers. Bad past never left my mind, it's taking over. Knew I should've died, that's why it's hard to stay sober. Glad to see the sun, but my heart getting colder. Life's so crazy, what we been through. When you die, the only time that they gon' miss you. Tell my mama no more tears, no more tissue. We was just some hood baby with some issues. Hood baby from the struggle.
It looked like right here. It could be a little bit up because she's doing like that, but it looked pretty good down the hatch. Whew. Great job, dude. Catching a fish that big this quickly. There she is right there. I see her again. Keep coming. Then I'm gonna go back down to the yellow tape when I grab the leader again, okay? Just don't unclip this time.
Yellow, not green, right?
You can go down to the green, that's fine. Yes, sir. Just tell me. She turned back that way. Whatever you need, boss. Let's go to the tip. Yeah, and back to the bottom green one. She's just swimming at us. It's going out this way now. Okay. We're good right here. I got her, Chris.
Okay.
I'm just easing her up. Big girl. Nice fish, boys and girls. Nice fish.
So you guys have to wait up that creek. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Come down and help him.
Go ahead out the water, Chris.
All right. It's upside down.
It's okay. You're gonna be okay. I'm just holding right here. Just go back.
All right.
You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm right. That's my feet right there. Let's go, Chris! Oh! Go, Chris! Oh!
Grab him, Bill.
Got him.
Can I hold him good?
Barely.
Alright, let's release this big girl. Coming down. Forward. Keep that hook out. Alright, I got the bill. You got the bill? Yeah. Yeah, look how lit up he is.
Yeah.
Well done, well done. Well done, everybody.
Good job.
Congratulations, man.
Good
That
job,
is like
Cap.
a real one
That's
right
a
there.
big one.
Yeah,
Thanks
Thanks
that's
for
a
your
big
work.
one. Yeah.
Hey, bud, you busted your ass.
Congratulations. Great job on the rod.
Thank you.
All right. Nice job. What do you think, Nick?
Oh my God, that was fucking sick.
All right, guys. That's what I'm talking about. I was an 800. I actually threw the measurement down just to see, just to kind of test the eye, and she was there. She was 8. So that was a good one. That was a real good one. Didn't jump much at all. Came up and hammered that sundowner. I've had a lot of fish been smashing that Aloha Lure sundowner. Came up, smashed it, disappeared, then just piled on the I call it Rick from Arizona. It's a Tantrum XL Bandit. A lot of big fish I've caught on that lure. Came in, just smashed that. Basically, we were kind of working an area, like I said, we came in and I just that, you know, it was a little bit, the current was a little bit too, not doing what I wanted to do for the spots I like right off Kaiwi. So I came down this way, and there's a real hard edge, which I thought might complement that like really hard rip of the current, and came here, our first pass, lucky enough, had a nice one come up on the long corner, stayed here, did about 2-3 more passes, boom, that one piled on the short, came back, ate that, and we were off to the races. Beautiful fish, super healthy, released it, it's all fired up. Yeah, happy, stoked, nice one. And that was my first 800 pounder for the 2023 season. So thanks for riding along for that one. I think that was Nicholas's biggest fish that he's wired. And FM pole, we had to dump it one time. We didn't have to dump it, but I really kind of wanted to get it up close and get a good look at it, take some pictures and stuff. So no need to straighten the hook out. We got the release. If we needed to, if we were in the tournament, we could have put a gap in that fish. So we let him go, and he came back and got her up alongside, and got some photos, and had our moment with her and let her go happy. Well, I don't know if she was happy, but I was, you know, she's probably a bit disturbed, but she's healthy, and she's out there spawning, and she swam right away. I mean, you'll see on the video, she was just lit up. That's how we like to let them go. That is that. So let's see if we can find another one. 1 for 2. Alright guys, so want to talk about something real quick here, since we did just catch a nice one. I get a lot of people, they ask me, you know, kind of how, you know, in what ways are you using the current to find fish and so forth, and how to structure and all that, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's an extremely large subject to go over. I would need like, well, you need years of probably fishing to really completely understand it, but, you know, on a very brief description of hunting for big fish, right? So in terms of tactics and hunting for big fish, right? You know, obviously now you got things in your sonar and different things where you can actually mark these animals out there. Not always, but a lot of them you can mark them. But I'm talking strictly, you know, on a going out there on a hunting basis. Where am I going to fish? What's going on now? Everywhere in the world is a little bit different, right? I'm going to be talking about a structure-oriented place. Some places they have sand piles that hold bait, so it has a lot more to do with where the bait is. But you'd also probably, you know, you'd be using your currents and stuff for that. But let's, you know, talk on a structural basis and talk about kind of how we fish Kona, right? So in terms of a bigger fish, the first thing is I'm not really concerned about my depth. In terms of, am I in too shallow? Am I out too deep? If the water clarity is really good and there's bait around, I mean, I'm probably not going to be focusing less than 100 fathoms, but they're in there. Guys fishing for Onos and stuff on the Ono ledge, they catch granders, they catch big ones all the time. I wouldn't spend all my time in there, but I do come into the 100 fathom quite often. I've caught a lot of fish in 100, 200, caught a lot of my big ones, funnily enough, in that 400 to 500 fathom area, sometimes shallower. But basically what we're talking about in terms of like how we're fishing, right? Especially in Kona, you don't have a lot of surface activity. It's all kind of happening underneath. So underneath us is all kinds of hills and valleys and bumps and little choke points and little cracks and all kinds of things. So what you got to think about is a current, right? So say the current's running this way, right? Here's a piece of structure, right? Here's a big something, right? It's not hard structure. As the current hits this structure, it's now going to bounce off of it. You know, it's going to start pushing up, right? So you're going to get that like really rich water. It's going to push up to the top, which creates a upwelling, basically creates the building blocks of life, and therefore creates an area where, you know, you have a better chance of finding a bigger one if you're going to work those areas. Now, you know, it takes a while to understand what certain degrees of current and how hard it's pushing and all that, you know, what spots you want to fish. And, you know, some spots, you know, if the current's really light, you may want to stick real close to the structure. If the current's pushing really hard, you may have a bigger upwelling, you might hit hard. And every spot's a little bit different, and, you know, I feel like every time you're out on the ocean, for me, this is just a classroom every day. So I'm continually learning. I'll continually learn and adjust and continue, like, just learn until I stop doing this. So, you know, you got to bear everything that I say in mind. you know, that it's this is an opinion, and this is where I'm at in my fishing career and what I've seen and what I do and what I follow. But you know, there's certainly still a lot to learn. I think everybody out on the ocean has a lot to learn, but you know, in terms of what you're gonna kind of want to base your days around, and then you can kind of work off that and, you know, figure your own thing out. You know, there's probably certain things that everybody has that, you know, determines where they may want to go for a bigger fish, or how they want to fish them, or what the baits, you know, all kinds of things. But the building blocks of life are where you want to start off. So, you know, places that are going to have a rich upwelling, places that are going to favor the current you're fishing. Another thing that's important is, where do you want to fish on structure? And that's something that can be used, you know, universally. Is you know, where do you want to position yourself on a piece of structure? If you're on a seamount, or if you're, you know, you're going out to fish an edge or something like that. You know, bear in mind, I'm not factoring in things like, you know, cold water and warm water eddies and temperature breaks and you know, weed lines. I'm strictly talking structure.
Yeah. I mean, is there a rhyme or reason, like when you drive, where you're going, like at this point, or do you?
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny. I was just doing a thing because people ask.
Oh, sorry
I
about
was
that.
literally just saying what I'm doing, but yeah, I mean, pretty much structure. So what we got right now is a north current. So basically pushing up this way, right? So you got a bunch of little cracks up in here. This is all topography right here. Under here we got to do a bathymetric chart. So basically what you got is the current's hitting these ledges, and it's creating upwellings, and then that's basically where your bait is. Yeah, and that's a bigger fish like to come in there. I like to come right up inside tight, up in all these little cracks.
So these are all fathoms?
That's all fathoms. Everything on my chart is fathoms.
So that's
yeah.
times 6 or something?
Yeah, times 6. Yep. Yep. And so the fish that we caught just now was like, there's a big U that comes out, like a big finger that comes out. We're fishing one edge of the finger, and I'll show you. Fishing that. You can't see it on this chart. The chart down under here, you'll see it. Okay. But it comes out here as a big finger like this. And we missed that one right about there. And we were kind of working that spot. We came here, and that's where we got there.
What are they eating?
They're eating tuna. They're eating everything they can out here. But the main thing they're eating are going to be like skipjack tunas, skippies and stuff like that. Little yellowfin. But they'll eat. You open up their stomachs, there's all kinds of things. But usually the big ones, if I've killed one and I open its stomach, there's usually a few of those octos and skipjacks. It's kind of full.
So they like a swordfish. They've done some studies on them that they maybe gain like 40 pounds a year.
Yeah. All right, sorry about that, guys. I cut that short because we started talking about swordfish and blue marlin and what they eat and all that. But basically, let's finish what I was saying. I would like to find an area that the structure is complement, or the current is complementing the structure, and I like to kind of work that area. And I'm not afraid to put in a lot of time into one area, even if I don't see other people getting bit, even if I don't get bit in one pass, and I'll put my time in there and see what happens and let the chips lay where they lay. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. I like fishing shallow personally. Everybody does something a little different, but here in Kona I like to fish pretty shallow. The structure way inside is just really, really dramatic, and a lot of times there's a lot of bait in there too, so I like getting in there. That's just my style. That's just what I like to do. My little spots that I like, and yeah, go out there and have fun with it. You know, all the technology that's out there now really makes what we're doing a lot easier than it was for these old guys. You know, back in the day, they, you know, were just using structure off the land and, you know, points off the land and old maps and old charts and things like that. And so, you know, I have utmost respect for all those older guys that, you know, and some of them are still fishing here and absolute legends, you know, and they've been able to transition now to technology. But I have nothing but just the highest form of respect for those guys, because they were doing it without all this stuff we have, you know. And now the newer generation is going to have the Omnis, and that's just a whole nother thing. So it's interesting, but yeah, you know, I think when it comes down to truly, you know, the hunting and the looking for these animals, that's to me what drives me, what makes it fun for me. Obviously the bites and chasing them and all that, but I enjoy the the hunt for them, and then, you know, putting in the time and the effort and learning and getting a little better every year and finding your spots a little bit better, and then getting the bites and catching the fish. That's really fulfilling to me. And hopefully it is to you guys. So go out there and hunt, you know. I like to say hunt, you know, because that's kind of what we're doing. You know, you're going out there, you know, deer hunters, elk hunters, all that, very similar in a manner. We're going out there as a captain. You're going out there and you're on the hunt, and you're guiding your people to try and find that, you know, what it is that you're looking for. So anyhow, enough of my ramblings. That's my 2 cents on that. Get some good technology, get some charts, get a good sounder. Go out there, look around, and go find you a big one. All right, we're gonna work on finding us another one. Standing by. All right, folks. Well, Mark Charter is actually super stoked, as they should be, considering, you know, not every day you catch one that big. And then you got your spear, and they're actually they're ready to call it a day and head in and go drink some Mai Tais by the pool. So we are doing one more pass over here off the point, and we're gonna head in early, call it an early day, call it a successful day. I'm glad everything worked out. We found that bigger one we've been looking for. Found the golden Easter egg out here. Not a lot going on. It's real hit and miss, real slow, but you know, like I was saying, that's Kona. You never know. It's slow, and then there's a real big one. So it makes it worth it. You know, that's why that's what keeps fishing here every day exciting. Is even when it's slow, there's always your chance. And, you know, you just got to put your time in and not get discouraged, which is not the easiest thing, but you know, I feel like I'm getting better at that. I'm, you know, just kind of taking the days as they go and just putting your time in and knowing that you just gotta wait your turn sometimes. But happy we got that one. Beautiful fish. Just a dinosaur right there. Awesome. Let him go. Let her go healthy. That makes me happy. And yeah, we'll see you out here shortly. Got a few days off, then we're back at it, and we are going to be busy as hell. So we got some editing to do. Sit down, put this episode together, and hopefully you all enjoy it. All right.
God man thing, and this a yard man thing. God man thing, and this a yard man thing. God man thing, and this a yard man thing. God man thing, and this a yard man thing. God man thing, and this a yard man thing.